Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Congregation Brith Shalom, where we meet every Sunday morning. And by the way, throughout the entire summer classes will be meeting throughout the entire summer. In this week's Parsha, this coming Parsha, we have Shelach Lecha. We have Moses sending the spies, God telling Moses, send spies in, one representative for each tribe. Send them into the land of Israel so they can spy the land. And as we know the story, they came back with, most of them, 10 out of 12, came back with a negative report on the land of Israel. And the question is, how can you come back after being in the land of Israel and seeing the unbelievable blessing in the land, as we see today, by the way, right? We see today the land of Israel has the most incredible. You know why it's called Eretz Yisrael? You know why it's called Eretz Yisrael?
The land of Israel.
The land of Israel. But why is it called Eretz?
That's land, isn't it?
So I saw in the Midrash says an amazing thing. The Midrash says Eretz because everything is rats, everything runs. Things don't go at the normal pace like in other places.
Oh.
Things go at a rapid speed. It's unbelievable. You have blessing in the land of Israel. Why did these spies go to Israel, come back with a negative perspective? It's unbelievable.
Afraid.
Mm-hmm. So one of the things that we see is that each one of us have a lens through which we see the world. And when that lens is dirty because of our own either sins or other negative influences, so that's the way we see things. We see things by our own biases. And that's the danger. The danger is that, you can see something through the lens, that are rosy, and everything looks rosy. And you can look through something which is dark, and everything looks dark. You can look through something that's bright, and everything looks bright. Right? It all depends on your perspective that you come to the table with. And one of the big challenges that we saw is that they went in with a negative perspective, so they came out with a negative perspective. And I think that in every area of life we can see how this same exact perspective that we walk into something is the way we walk out. If we want to see positive, we'll see positive. Two people could be standing seeing the same exact action being done by another person, and one interprets it in a negative view and one interprets it in a positive view. How's that possible? Well, what did they walk in wanting to see? This connects to what we spoke about on Thursday night in our Parsha Minute, where you have two fans. One fan sees the person sliding into second base safe, and one fan base seeing the runner running into second base and he's out. How is it possible? They saw the exact same replay. They saw the exact same, action, and each one comes with a different perspective. So what the Torah wants us to have is, number one, an open mind. You need to have an open mind. But number two, you have to have a positive view. You could see your fellow and have only negative things to say about them, or you can see that same fellow and not point out the negative, point out the positive. It's not that they don't have negative. Everybody has positive, everybody has negative. The question is, what do you want to focus on? And here, they chose to focus on the negative. You're right, there's negative to everything, but there's also positive to everything. What perspective do you want to look at the world with? Do you want to look at the world with a positive perspective? You'll see positive. You want to look at the world with a negative perspective? You'll see negative. It's very interesting that before we start today's our learning of the 39 Malachot, the 39 laws, we're studying one where it really, the way in which you want to see things is the way you'll see it. So you're going to meet friends? Go in with a positive perspective. You're going to meet new people? Go in. You know what? Say the positive. Someone asks you, how was it there? Don't talk about how the food wasn't good. Talk about how the presentation was so nice. Talk about how the people were so friendly. Right? You can leave out the negative parts. Talk about the positive. Focus on the positive. Because when you talk about the positive, you become positive. And we see that the same reaction happened. When these spies came back with a negative report, what happened? The Jewish people said, we want to do... Why? The Jewish people were influenced by that negative report. So imagine if you have that positive perspective and you go back to work and you say, a beautiful good morning to everybody around you. Guess what? Everybody gets cheered up. Everybody has a positive outlook at the day. You come in with a negative view, potentially you could be influencing others in a very negative way because of your outlook, because of your attitude. So I think what we need to learn from these spies that were sent into the land of Israel, go in with a positive view, come out with a positive view, and then you make an influence on other people in a very positive way. So with this, my friends on Facebook, have a very positive and fruitful outlook at the world, because that's the way you will influence other people. You walk into your house, just by the way, it's an interesting observation. You walk into your home, and you walk in, even if you had a difficult day, even if someone embarrassed you, someone insulted you, someone disrespected you, walk into your house with a very, very positive view. Because the way you walk in, the excitement, the energy that you bring into your home is the energy that your entire home is built around. Right? It's the way your spouse reacts that will change. It's the way your children react that will change. It's all in the influence of how your perspective is. So go out and be positive. Go out and give a light to the world so that you can be a positive influence and cheer up other people's day in the process. With that, my friends, we part from you on Facebook. Our class here continues, and you're welcome to join us here live every single Sunday morning at 11 a.m. at Congregation Brith Shalom. Have a lovely day. And thank you for liking and sharing these videos. You're welcome to comment as well, and we will hopefully respond in a timely fashion. Have a lovely day.